welcome back, guys. And I just came up with well, it's probably gonna be a really bad or really good video. And I have no idea how long it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be one that's in between the 15 to 40-minute mark, but I have no idea. It might only take what 5 minutes, it might take 40, and which I highly doubt. But I decided, you know what? Wonder what the customizations are in this thing for that. So if you go in the car plate, obviously you guys can all tell that that's sort of that has an arrow on it. The car plate drive up's just a thing that moves with the I think I just the car plate is basically these things right here for anyone that didn't know. Because it's car plate drive up, you can take those off if you want. The car plate itself are those two things that the car is actually sitting on. You can remove those as well. We might mess with those, but I have absolutely no idea. So the whole plan of what we're doing, and I'm gonna switch vehicles. I just don't know how well it's gonna work with the truck, and we're gonna be doing it with other vehicles anyway. So I'm just trying to remember where the lines are for the thing. The plan is to see what happens when we crash into it, and I guess the first thing is we're going to try and fly off the jump, or we're going to use it as a jump, or at least try to, and see what damage happens if there is any. So, let the camera move around. This is going to be hard to aim. Okay, I'm going to switch to this. I'm actually going to freeze the physics, get the good camera angle. I actually want to know when what happens, because these things are technically, they're not fixed, because they do move with the thing, because they're just the ramps. So I want to know what happens when it hits this. And before we adjust it, okay, so it literally goes right to the rim in that. And of course you got that going up. I'm actually surprised the first one was actually this accurate. I was half expecting to crash right into it. Now we're gonna play it from here. None of the wheels blew, I think, which is sort of weird, but. And of course those things aren't actually there, so. Like they are, but they're like half textured. So I think we did get a successful launch off of it. I have absolutely no idea though, as I'm not in the right camera mode. There we go. So that went pretty well, or at least for what it was. And one thing I just want to try once is actually crashing into it backwards. Okay, I'm gonna freeze the physics and switch camera angles. Yeah, this will probably be the best camera angle. I love how you can actually be inside of it. So got the truck coming, going a little slow though. Move this so I can see it easily. Thing is, that's what I mean, is like, it's half textured because those things do move, but the truck also went right through them on the first passover. So the wheel's blown, not sure about the other one. The bumper's been smashed. Just gonna raise this a bit. It's also going off at an angle. I think it's gonna hit this. I'm not sure. Now, these things are obviously bent, or at least they look like they're bent. I think they're bent. Yeah, they're not working properly. I'm gonna respawn that. Now we're gonna need a faster car. Actually, one more test. Driving it into it, and we're gonna do it from into the pole from way back here, and into the side, into the plates directly. And then we're gonna switch vehicles. See how fast we can go off this thing with the bolide, eh? That's gonna be pretty interesting. I am going forward, it's just that there's that much speed. Look at that speed. And look at all these. And I'm gonna try and aim it for the left front. Or I guess the left back, if we're talking about the actual direction of the ramp. Okay, is that actually gonna hit the ramp? Just. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a solid object, so it should go pretty well. It's actually doing quite a bit of damage to it. It's doing what I was expecting, but the damage in general, it's quite a bit. Now, the damage is already stopped. The ramp, I think, is bent. Now, this is what I hate, is do you bother trying to get the truck unstuck or just reload it? Actually, technically, we already know what happens, so I'm just gonna take a screenshot when it loads. Come on, load. There we go. And reload the truck. Now, for this, on the other hand, what's it called? The lift piece thing at the back there. It's not even, I don't think any of them are. Yeah, I think they all broke. This one's been like completely ripped up. It's bent and everything. So, that's pretty interesting. I'm gonna go and change vehicles. So, we've got 1969 Charger 500 or whatever it is. It's the more powerful version of the Caldera. So we're gonna give this thing a try. I don't think it's anywhere near lined up, so luckily we're just gonna far away. Hopefully, with the first front view, I can straighten it out. Now, there's gonna be a lot more speed coming from this than there would be if I was using the D-Series, because it's a car and the engine's better and all of that, even though it has a voltage, which I'm gonna have to change out for the impact one. But I'm gonna try to hit it dead on. I think we're gonna hit it dead on. Crap, wrong camera angle. Okay. It just lagged for a second and it wasn't responding. The program wasn't, it just sort of had that lag spike. So, because it's going a lot faster, I have a really strong feeling that it's going to ram into it a lot harder because the D-Series was A, going slower, and B, it didn't have so it didn't have as much speed, so it didn't have as much downforce going into it as far as going uphill. But I have a feeling that if it does, because there's a fair chance it's going to hit the bumper too, depending on how far the wheel goes down or the wheel goes up. Because if the suspension's strong enough, then I don't think the bumper's going to get hit, but it might. So, yeah. The suspension is very easy on this vehicle. It's not hard at all. Though the suspensions probably might be wrecked at this point because it's still up like that. But, I mean, is that going to hit? It's going to hit it. And go right through. That's my thing, is that when we did the D series, when we did it the other way, it hit and bent the right guard, but it didn't do absolutely anything to the other side. And it's a smooth jump too, like it's a smooth landing and everything. But I don't have any steering, or do I? I don't have the steering's gone. I think the suspension's shot on the right side, so it's pulling off to the right, but it's still controllable. Just because I don't know if there's any damage done, and because there was no way I was going to be able to turn, we're just going to do the impact on the side. And because it's not the D series, once again, it's going to have a much different result, I have a feeling. This isn't an impact, this is more just doing a jump without a jump. I think it's straightened out already, but I'm not sure. I think there's still a little bit of pull. And I don't think there's going to be any problem with the other side, so yeah, no pull with the other side, but it's just going to go straight into it. And the roll cage doesn't affect the front of the car. It's only the body. So, like the middle. So nothing that's going to happen in this crash is going to be affected by the roll cage in any way at all anyway, so I mean, should I try to pull it out? Probably a really stupid idea, but sure, why not? Oh yeah, we only got the 30 strength. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this screensaver thing. I'll be right back. So I've changed it from every minute to every 30 minutes, so hopefully that's the problem and we fixed it. You know what? This car is stuck anyway. That's really obvious, so I'm just gonna respawn everything. Oh, never mind, now it's unstuck. Tell where the impact was. Especially that wheel, but this wheel's just, I think, bent a bit. And it's also turned. This wheel got completely destroyed. All of the roof is in the back from here. Like, from the front of the windshield on, it's all me, so. Okay, let's get one without a roll cage. And I'm only gonna say this part because when I'm not recording, I'm listening to music on my computer. I just paused this solo. to continue the recording, so you guys owe me a lot for that. God, I love that song. Anyway, wait, is this thing still in? I think it was still in slow mo. It's either that or it's just the fact that the thing's slow mo. Doesn't really matter where we back up to. Okay, this is driving me nuts. You know what? I still haven't contacted them with it. I'm gonna have to do that or something because this is ridiculous. It goes all the way up to 3 before it actually starts moving. It has this weird thing with freezing the physics when the camera won't move. I guess it's because it's a moving camera, but I have to like unpause the physics and then pause them again. Like move it and then pause them again when I use this camera. I don't know why. It's so stupid. Anyway, this is a little off, but it's still going to do what we want it to. Or at least to some degree. Because it's still got a good percentage of the force going into it. It's just going to be more indirect. Well, we didn't get to stick this time, which is, I guess, a plus. Well, that worked actually pretty well for what it was. Now I'm gonna, because I didn't actually do it with the D-Series, I forgot to. I don't want to drift. I'm gonna go to the side plates, or the plates from the side, not side plates, there's no side plates. Drive the plates from the side, see what happens with that. I don't think I really need much alignment for this part. I love it. I can't wait to see what actually happens with this. Now, I have to reposition the camera, which is actually already pretty good. It's lower than the bumper. It's gonna hit the wheel though. Seriously? I don't know. Are we actually gonna have to use the bolide or the sunburst for this? Bolide because it's low, and sunburst because it's compact and it's like at the ground practically. Is it really just gonna go through? Yep. Well, let's switch cars then. The encoder almost glitched again, but we got a vehicle that I haven't actually used before. I'm not talking about the vehicle, I'm talking about the variant. I almost messed that one up. We got the ETK I series. I don't know. I think it's the ETK I series. It's the original one, I believe. It might not be. I can't remember if it was the station wagon version type vehicle or the sedan version that came out first. But either way, we have it, and we're oh yeah, this was for the test. Why am I driving over here? I forgot we were doing like 4 times in the last minute and a half, so I'm sort of lost. So let's get to around where we're supposed to be. Oh crap, I'm gonna hit that, no I'm not. Let's hope this does something. It should. Okay, I don't understand this. Why is everything half textured? Oh, it's moving. The wheels, at least. Am I gonna have to crash into the inside of it? Like the base from the inside? Yeah, this thing doesn't exactly have a grip mode on it. Okay, I'm gonna do it again, only I'm gonna come at it from a slight angle so that I hit the inside of it instead of just going straight through it. See if that actually does anything. Because it is physical, like you can use the whole lift. So I don't know why you can't just like hit. Glad that glitched out. Gives me some extra time. That should hit it. That's gonna hit it. Not by much, but it is gonna hit it. So hopefully this will do something. And a moment of truth. Well, that's interesting. I'm gonna try something stupid. Okay. Now. You guys might know what I'm doing. Up. See, because it's moving. Like it's sticking. It's not floating there. Like it's, I believe it's officially off the ground. This camera's too slow. Yeah, see? So why can't I hit it from an angle? I mean, it's glitched out here, like what the front bumper is. Which I can't really understand. I don't get that. Doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, I'm gonna spawn it over here. Wow, nice wheels if it's gonna hold up to that. Fix the camera. Oh, nice. Starts on its own. Okay. I want to see what happens when this happens, because it's at that perfect height, where I don't think it's actually gonna hit the top, but it should do something. See? Right in. And the ramp breaks apart. But it's glitching through the floor to the ramp. Bro, nice mod, but you got some work to do if this is happening. The only layer is on the top, and from a certain direction. This is so cool. So this is what happens when a car drives into an auto shop the wrong way. Or way too fast. Actually, it's going really fast. Trying to reverse it out. Okay, it's stuck. But, you know what? I'm just gonna take a look at the damage on this, and then I'm gonna respawn this so that it's not gonna be in the middle of the car. So that's stuck. Nothing really happened to the other side. except for the like end impact where it's stuck. But oh crap! Sake, are you serious? Should be around straight. Now this car, none of the damage from when I respawned to the lift is actually on this car because I think it just sunk down from what was already there, like into the engine. So the backside good as new, except for a little damage on the door and the fact that the door is missing on the other side. Nothing really unexpected happened. Except for the fact that it snapped off. Roof's bent a bit. Nothing too bad. I'm sort of surprised. Let's see. Let's change the map. So, because it's gonna take about 5 minutes for the mod to download for a map that I didn't have, that a lot of YouTubers used, and I really wanted, but I never actually knew the name of it, I looked up all 8 pages of mods for maps and terrains and stuff, and I found it on the 7th page. Yes, I looked backwards, I went to the 8th page first, I didn't have to look at the 7th page, that was just 1.5. So, I'm going to be using that in a second. We're purely going to be testing the ramp, and then we're going to be moving on. No idea, depending on how long this video is going to be, it's either going to be adjoined with the car jack, or the, never mind. It's either going to be adjoined with the car jack for testing that in stress tests and stuff, like we did with the car ramp, or I mean the car lift right now, or we're wow, so it implodes. Or we're gonna make that a second video that's gonna come out almost right after this one will, sort of same recording time. The car jack I do find really amazing, but there's only one problem with it, is that it doesn't go very well with the actual vehicles, because on the back sides of I only tried it with the Caldera, but I'm not sure if it actually only works for the front, or if all vehicles are sort of glitched out at the back and just sort of have that color, but there's no actual room. Because I ended up having to put both of them on the front for the screenshot, not for the back, not on one side of the car. So the one side of the car is lifting up like it was doing 2 wheels, but both on the front, which was a pain in the butt, but it was the way it was, so that's the way it ended up being. I tried to do something really... Okay, I'm gonna respawn that. Redo the camera. The point was to try and get the vehicle to stop on the ramp, going at high speed, not going off the ramp, which I'm pretty sure is about to happen, but you can tell that the back wheels aren't moving at all. Which is not going to be a good thing for the ramp, because, yeah, it's just going to pick it up like that. Sorry, there was a call to the base. I mean, it wasn't a complete failure. It did end up on the ramp. It ended up breaking it, but it did end up on the ramp. This is definitely a depreciated version of the map. Now, here's the thing. This is the depreciated version of the map, so any sounds that you're hearing, it's in the depreciated version. It's not in the current version. And also, the sky is completely glitched out. If you can even see that, then yeah. But I know what the current version looks like, but it's still the same. It's just got a few unimprovements. And the biggest difference being there's no water. Or wait, is there? I think there is water. Is there? Did we just spawn on the side without any water on it? I don't know. I didn't think there was any water. Might be. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna drop it from, I guess. Why is it glitching out? From like right here. See how far it goes down. I don't know why it's frame rate's damn high. I hate it when this happens. When my frame rate goes so high, it starts lagging out like this. We might have to do a different map, but this one seemed pretty good, so. Got someone being picked up by the pad things. No, this hit's gonna be like right now, so that's why it's so slow. Because I can't approximate. Well, there's that. Next. So guys, I just looked up Leap of Death because that's what I was guessing this map was called because I sort of had an idea, but I wasn't sure, so I typed it in. There's one update for it, obviously to fix everything, and it looks a lot better. So I'm installing that right now, and of course because I don't want the game to crash, and even though they fixed it, something unfixed it. So I'm gonna quit the game, reload the game with the map, and we're gonna jump on that one. Hopefully it works better. If it doesn't, then we're completely screwed, but at least I have the map then, so I won't have to beg for it in the future. So stay tuned for another 5 seconds. So unfortunately, this isn't a time lapse to the next Leap of Death because apparently it was the exact same, no idea why, but it was. So we are going to do instead drop this from up here. Actually, nah. Just gonna see where it falls. Alright, it should be a pretty good view. Well, let's move on to the next one. Actually, you know what? Wait a second.